breakfast lightning 10, lovers leaping 9, ladies dancing 8, major milking 7, swans are swimming 6, geese are laying 5 golden rings, 4 golden birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. And a partridge in a pear tree.
So we've reached the 12th day of Christmas reviews for 2021. And what will it be today? Well, it's a favourite. It's perhaps one of my very first ever Christmas related things I've ever watched. That is Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Ah yes, I remember when I first saw this. I think I was about 3 or 4, and I remember watching it, being really amazed by this. I really enjoyed watching it, and looking back on it, I think I can see why. It's got this charm to it that, although most Disney-related stuff involving Christmas has, and you know, I think it holds up pretty well. So this is basically an anthology film, straight to video that is, of 3 stories set during Christmas with the classic Disney characters. I'll go for each of them individually. So the first story involves Donald Duck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. The triplets wish that they could have Christmas for an entire year, and they get exactly that, Christmas every day. And I think you can guess where the story goes, but eventually the trio gets sick of Christmas and decide to act out and ruin it. But when they realize the effect that it has on their whole entire family, not just Donald but also Daisy, Scrooge McDuck, and some others, they start to see the error of their ways, and you know, wish to atone, you know, give their family a Christmas that they truly enjoy. And you know, that's what you. So, and to be honest, what works in this is the charm and the fact that, you know, Huey, Dewey, and Louie evolve in this. They learn their lesson, you know. So it's good to see with that. The second story focuses on Goofy and Max. Max is starting to lose. Now this is a very younger version of Max, but you know, it's kind of unique. We don't usually see him at this age, bar some flashbacks here and there from Goofy and some of the other stuff. So then in this one, Max is starting to lose faith in Santa Claus, starting to think that he may not be actually real. But Goofy actually does believe in Santa Claus. So he plans to prove to Max that Santa does actually exist. But after Max catches Goofy masquerading as Santa for some orphans, his belief in Santa dwindles even further. So Goofy dedicates his whole entire Christmas to showing Max that Santa exists. So this one's actually pretty good. Although the ending, you know, could have gone any other way. I mean, I'm not sure. I think the ending works for younger kids, which in this case which considering that I saw this when I was 3, actually does work in the same way of things. And I do appreciate that Max isn't so. I mean, compared to say other versions of him as a kid and even him as a teenager, he's not trying to be cool and hip from the 90s, but his ultimate wish of getting a snowboard for Christmas. But you know, in the end, you do see the father and son trying their best to comfort each other when one starts to lose faith in the cause, and so it's nice in that sort of regards. And it's actually, I think it is definitely my favourite of the 3 stories. The final one focuses on Mickey and Minnie reenacting the gift of the Magi, which they actually do refer to that. So, and if you know the story, you basically know what's going to happen. Mickey wants a gift from Minnie, Minnie wants a gift from Mickey, but they both don't have a lot of money, so they both have plans involving the specific items that they plan their gift around. I'm not going to go. I think you can guess what's going to happen, but what I think works in this is that Mickey and Minnie are the perfect characters to do the story with. And unlike the other 2, characters from those stories enter into theirs, and you know, it works in its own unique flavor. I would say and you know, what helps in this is the animation, and which I think is some of the best from a Disney straight-to-video film. Especially, this came out in 1999, and I think this was the first one released after Lion King 2, so, you know, it was a good step up. Again, the quality would dwindle again. I mean, okay, Extremely Goofy Movie was after this, and that was fine, but then came Little Mermaid 2, so yeah. But overall it works. You've also got great voice acting. I mean, all the regulars from Disney films at this point, such as the late Wayne Allain and Russi Taylor, to like so Bill Farmer, Jim Cummings, another late one, Alan Tudyk, Tony Grosamato. I forget the name for Donald's voice actor, but you know, they all return to play the roles, and they all do a great job. All the stories are tied together with a narration by Kelsey Grammer, and he does a really good job. Kelsey Grammer is probably one of the best voice actors. Is a really good actor when it comes to doing voicing. Well, he's really good with voice acting. Well, and I think this is actually his first Disney role he ever did. Or first role he did in a Disney film. I think this actually just predates Toy Story 2. I say I think. I can't give a full answer on that. But, well, actually, maybe this came around at the same time as Toy Story 2, so, yeah. Fact check me later. But, yeah, overall, I think it works in that sort of way. I think the pacing works out well. And I love the many references of other Disney properties. Hell, there's even there's a cameo from Mortimer Mouse, who's one of the most original Disney villains, you know. The ending is great. I love it. Yeah, and I also love how it captures the spirit of Christmas very well. And I really enjoy how well each story holds up the meaning of Christmas. They just do it so well with every one of them. So I got no problems with that. I would say, other than maybe the goofy ending, the one problem I have is some of the humor. I think it's a bit hit and miss. I mean, some stuff is really funny. I mean, some of the stuff with Goofy, when he's not getting hurt, is funny, and some of Donald's moments are great, but let's just say there are some moments that can, I don't know, they seem a bit predictable. I mean, like say Pete's reaction when Santa Claus is revealed, when the whole Santa question is answered in the end of the Goofy story. That's well, it's funny in some respects. You know, it kind of wears out its welcome when he overdoes his speech. You know, well, what he says afterwards, after his realization. That's all I'm gonna say. And I think some of the stuff, some of the tired jokes with Huey, Dewey, and Louie when their aunts is also, not the best. But you know, overall, I still enjoy Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. So you would consider this to be one of the first Christmas specials I think parents should show kids. I mean, it's on Disney Plus, so if you have the DVD or even rarer VHS, show it to them. They'll get a good kick out of this, and every story will really supplement their imagination. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10 has stars. I think it's all so yeah, and I think adults will get some kick out of this too. And I think, you know, this is the way for a good way to end off Christmas for 2021. I enjoyed this year. Well, this year slowly got better for us. Still a few areas here and there, even with new variants flying around in this pandemic. But overall, Christmas is a way for us to just block it out and enjoy ourselves. And I can't think of any better way to end off Christmas for 2020, for 2021. So I'll see you in the future for reviews. Continue to check me out on my Before the Flick channel for what VHS or DVD I'll upload next. In the meantime, Hasmas Reviews is out, and I'll see you for my next video. Ciao.